Second Wii Sports. Complete. Pickup time. I have a bunch of pickups here, as you can see. Had a nice weekend at the flea market that I always go to. First weekend of the year. And then I also have a few garage sale things. I actually went to a garage sale on Thursday in the evening, which worked out pretty decently. And then I also hit up a pawn shop after the flea market and got a very nice pickup on the top right there. First, I'll show the flea market stuff from the big flea market. The big thing here was the Sega Game Gear. I did get this for $5. One of the vendors had a few games, and I'll show those, but they also had this Game Gear. Like any Game Gear, they weren't sure if it worked, and they said $5, so I picked it up. Has the backs, which is good. But I put some batteries in it, and it turns on, and it just has the black screen, but I actually don't have any games right now to test it. I've had Game Gear games in the past, so I've traded them all in. I've never kept any. Though I'm realizing now maybe I should have kept one, because I have no way of confirming if it works or not. Probably doesn't. I'm sure the screen's probably messed up, but I can't test it, so I don't know. For $5, I'm gonna pick that up because even a non-working Game Gear I've sold, so they're worth picking up for cheap. And if it does work, maybe I'll keep it. So from that vendor, it was basically $10 for that, and then 2 games, Bases Loaded 2, second season. Nice little NES pickup for the collection. And then a very interesting one, Aqua Teen Hunger Force Zombie Ninja Pro-Am. I can't remember where I saw this, but I was very surprised that there was a Aqua Teen game. But no manual on this one. Still worth it because I don't have it in the collection, so I was happy to get it. I think it's worth about $20, so nothing too crazy, but obviously for the $3 I paid for it, or I guess $2.50, a nice pickup. And a few other PS2 games for the collection. I only paid $3 for this, and the next one, Disney Classics Stitch Experiment, and that's complete. Disney Pixar Ratatouille. Got a lot of these kind of games on this trip, actually, because I have some in there too, but the important thing is that I needed them for the collection, so I'm happy to get them. And here, this is actually from a different flea market, but picked up Dynasty Warriors 5. I don't have it yet, so I was really happy to find it. Unfortunately, no manual on that one. So, a little bit of a bummer there. But, I'm willing to go a little higher for Dynasty Warriors, even if it's missing a manual. Getting pretty close to having all of them. Got these 3 controllers for $5. I mostly just wanted the Nintendo one. Pretty dirty, and the sticks not super great, but they're always useful to get. I asked about this, and then they were like, "Oh, it's $5 for all 3." So I was like, that sounds fine. Some Mad Catz ones. I don't know how good those are, but they're definitely dirty. I'll tell you that. But nothing too bad. This is kind of weird. I picked up a few joysticks. This one was at the flea market for $1. Logitech Attack 3, I guess is the name of it. The bottom's actually ripped. I can't see the model, but seems like it works okay, so I'll test it out. I'm not keeping those, but what's interesting is that another garage sale I picked up this Cytec for $5. Pretty cool, actually. Cytec Cyborg, I think is what this is. Okay, on to the some of the garage sale pickups. This one was kind of was all from one vendor, and it was very unique. All this stuff here, because this is the one I went to on Thursday evening. They advertised games. They were saying like, "Oh, we'll set up that the night before, and if you want to come between 5 and 7, we'll let you look." So of course I wanted to do that since they said they had games, and they had a decent amount of games, but it was a little strange because they let me start looking through them, but then they started taking some stuff back of like, "Oh, I can't sell that. I can't sell that." I think there was like a PS2 Tom and Jerry that I was going to pick up for the collection, but they didn't want to sell it. I guess because they were still setting up, so that makes sense. They were a little tougher on the prices, so I paid up a little more than I'd like to, but not bad. Picked up a Rock Band connector for $3. Those are always good to pick up. The Fender Stratocaster, where you can tell how much I know about guitars. $5 for this PS3 controller. I haven't tested it yet, but I'm sure it works. $1 a piece on memory cards. I'm not really sure why I'm buying so many memory cards. Actually, I don't even know what they really resell for. But I probably have like 20 or so at this point. Don't know what I'm going to do with them, so I'll bundle them up. So onto the games that I picked up from them. I picked up Ratchet & Clank All for One for $5. That's for the collection, just a PS3 game I didn't have. I believe I paid $3 for this Rayman. Not really a good deal. I couldn't remember if I had it. This Gameshark 2 was $2. Just a disc there. I just picked up 2 Gamesharks recently and sold both of them for like $20, so a piece. So I assume this will probably go for about that much. Happy to keep finding them. You know, as long as they're worth something, I'll pick them up. Like I said, I paid up for a few of these, but still good deals. There are a few that I think the guy felt like they were worth more or knew they were worth more. So this is one of them. WWEU E or F. I think it's E, All Stars, for $7, which is about a $20 game, so it's definitely worth it. But yeah, it was one of them. WWE 2K12 or 12, I guess it's not 2K, but paid $3 for that, and that's only like a $10 game, so nothing too crazy. Minecraft, paid $10 for that, which I think the price is around 20 now, but always a good pickup on any system. I feel like Minecraft is always a good purchase. At one point, I did have like 5 or 6 copies of Minecraft on PS3, but they did eventually all sell, so I can't complain too much because it ended up being worth it. And a very nice one, NCAA Football 13, and that was $3. So, very nice. Garage sale pickups here. I picked up this Pikachu watch for $1. I'm sure it's not worth anything. Yeah, there's the tag there, but Pokemon branded 2017 AccuTime. I know I'll be pretty surprised if it's worth anything, and I think it is dead battery as well. So, but couldn't help myself. $1, why not? Bad buy, I would consider Legends of Wrestling $2. Paid for that, but it was just at a garage sale with some random DVDs, so I took a chance on it. I feel like a lot of the like the WWE All Stars, those kind of games will be worth a little more, so that's what convinced me to buy it, but not really worth it. Another one that was kind of a bad buy at another garage sale, Battlefield Bad Company 2 limited edition, $2. Since it was limited edition, I took a chance on it, but it's only like $5 or $6. Not all my buys are good. I try to look up things, of course, but you can't always do that. Here's a good one, of course, is Rocksmith, but this is a sealed copy. So I was happy to see that. Definitely worth the $2 for a sealed copy. And I think for whatever reason, Rocksmith is worth a little more anyway, but sealed, of course, is worth it. And these are a few more pickups from some random flea markets, actually. Basically just my kind of tour after I go to my main flea market. So I find a few things. Hello Neighbor for $1, just disc only. Toe Jam and Earl 3 for $1. You can see it has some writing on there. It's actually pretty dirty. So I don't know if it's going to work, but it is like a $20 game, at least loose. So definitely a good buy if it works. This is actually at a newer flea market. This lady had a whole bunch of PS4 and Switch games, but she wanted $15 a piece. So unfortunately, there's not much I could do there. I picked up Dragon Quest Builders because I think it's still pretty high. So I picked that up. Probably not going to keep that, but that's at least something for resale. Picked up this at the flea market, Super Globe Ball for $4. Yep. Just another NES game I didn't have. Very happy to add 2 NES games from this stack. Pretty good. At that same flea market, it's another one that I love going to. There's a few vendors who always have some new stuff, and their prices are pretty dang good. So as you can see here, I got Wii Sports Complete for $5. A second Wii Sports Complete for $5. Amazing. And Wii Sports Resort for $10. You know, a little more than I'd like to pay, but Wii Sports Resort is definitely worth it. You know, I don't know when the day's gonna come when I stop picking up Wii Sports games. It's probably never. For the rest of the time. One nice one for the collection, Atari Anthologies. Picked this up. It has 8 on there, but they had 50% off on their PS2 games at this booth at the flea market, so picked that up. Kind of surprised I didn't have it already because it's a very familiar looking game. Like, I feel like I see it a lot, but apparently I'd never picked it up, so very happy to get that. Now we'll go on to the best pickup. And I love it when I can do this. Just pick up big stacks of games for my main collections, stuff that I needed, all for a great price. So this is actually a lesson to me, at least, maybe to others too, of like, don't give up on a place. Because this was a pawn shop that I've been to probably 3 or 4 times. Don't know if I've ever bought something there. No, I did buy some PS2 games from them before, and I think they were probably like $5 a piece or something. But I just really didn't like the place, kind of place where they have all of their games behind cabinets, but they don't have prices on them. At least most of them, they don't have prices on. And for newer stuff, they're always like, well, we're going to look up the price. And the guy even said, like, yeah, for the newer games, and, you know, newer in quotation marks, newer, uh, they look up GameStop's price and then take off $1, which is like, you know, GameStop can be very odd with its prices as well. And it's just crazy to me that they do that. It can be annoying if you're looking at a shelf of games, and then if they don't want to walk over and back and forth, they'll tell you like, oh, you just tell me what games you want, and then I'll go up to the front and look them up. It's just annoying. I hate it when places do that. But that's where I have to learn my lesson, because they also tend to take some of the older stuff, and then they'll be like, well, it's just $3 for all that. So they did that with their PS1 and PS2 games. And so they had a big carton full of them, and like 3 stacks of PS1 games. And when I asked to see them, he was like, yeah, it's just $3 for those. That's the price point I want to be at. But I'll show real quick. The example was Rhythm Heaven. That, you know, they consider that a new game, I guess. I don't know why, but a newer game. So he looked it up, and GameStop had it for $8. Or no, I'm sorry, it had it for $9, because then he was like, I'll take $1 off, so it's $8. And of course, you probably know that Rhythm Heaven's like exploding in price. It's like $40 right now, so great purchase there. But then all these games were $3. And the first one is Resident Evil, in a very broken case that I threw on the ground because I hate it. And I'm pretty sure this is the disc for the just original Resident Evil, and it's in a Jet Moto case. But so disc only, but still awesome. That's one I'm keeping because I don't have that. So I'll keep it. And then they had Metal Gear Solid 2, obviously missing the manual, but has both the discs. That was disc 2, and there's disc 1, and it's got the back at least. So great purchase for $3. Missile Command, I do already have it. That was a mistake on my part picking that up, but no big deal. It was only $3. One I did need, Speed Racer. It's got a lot of writing on it, but no manual. Got the back. I had to get the light in there. Hardcore 4x4, very dirty, but another kind of racing game I didn't have. Picking those up. Very exciting. Cyber Tiger. I know this is really more of a sports game, but figured why not. I mean, I'll definitely be going for sports games eventually for PS1, because I think it's a collection that it might be the first one I complete. I have more PS2 games, but of course there's a ton of PS2 games. I think there's 800 PS1 games, something like that, and I'm really getting up there with a lot of the common stuff. I need a lot of expensive stuff still too, but Cubots, Cubots, Cubics, robots for everyone. Complete, very nice. Rayman Brain Games. Heck yeah. Rayman's gonna teach me how to count and spell. Oh yeah. So excited for that. Not really, but I don't care. Andretti Racing. Another racing game. Very nice. All $3, which is amazing. Activision Classic Games. Just disc only on that one. Colony Wars Vengeance. Interesting. I have a Colony Wars 3. So I have to get that. And Geome Cube. Puzzle game, I guess. Yeah. Haven't heard of that one, but very cool. Very cool. And then I picked up a few PS3 games as well. Freedom Fighters. Sadly, sadly I have this, but I'm missing the manual, and this one's also missing the manual, which is a bummer. But good pickup for 3. True Crime New York City. If you don't know, that one's like a $15 game, $17 game. I do already have that one as well, but broken case. But $3, obviously good on that. And then all these are for the collection. Nothing too crazy, but Cake Mania, Baker's Challenge. Bit of a strange looking one. Disney G-Force. I think this one's complete. Yeah. Very nice. $3 for the collection. DreamWorks Monsters vs. Aliens. And Walt Disney Bolt. Yeah, I know a lot of those kind of movie tie-in games in there for sure, but still good stuff that for my collection at a great price. Like that's literally what I'm looking for, because otherwise, I go to a shop and I have to buy this for like $7-8 when I'd rather pay $3 and then get it into the collection. So very happy with how much I added between PS1 and PS2 with all this stuff. Definitely a nice weekend when I can have multiple stacks of games for collection and resale.